Hamilton is up on the benchmark, but where can Sergio Perez go? Crucial that he improves. 12th fastest time for him. It's Albon, Bottas, Colapinto and Lawson in the drop zone. Hamilton goes to the top of the times with a 1:33.2. Russell is improving on that. He's been the lead Mercedes on the grid 16 times this year. He goes 0.03 of a second faster. That's the front of the field. We look further down, there is an almighty scrap going on to make it through. This is on board with Esteban Ocon. Albon is done. He's come across the line, he's in 17th. Fernando Alonso moves to the drop zone. He's not finding any improvement in terms of the sectors. Lance Stroll is out there trying for a last gasp attempt. There's an improvement that matters for Liam Lawson in the RB. He gets to 14th. The driver at risk is Sergio Perez. The driver in the drop zone is Sergio Perez, because Yuki Tsunoda in the junior team in the RB has managed to get to 10th.
And this is not a bad lap for Lance Stroll, who's out and doing one flyer in the whole session. He's got the best of the track for it. I don't think he's going to be at the back of the grid.
Let's find out where Stroll can go. He only had one opportunity.
He is the back of the grid.
Never.
Half a 10th in it.
But Sergio Perez finds himself falling at the first hurdle once again. He is the headline at the start of this qualifying hour. 6th time he's out in Q1 this year.
Gasly's the only one really on a tidy lap outside of the top 10. Colapinto's had a very mediocre first sector. Magnussen sneaks up into 9th. Gasly's going quickly in the Alpine. And remember, there's a lot at stake for these teams after what happened in Brazil.
Good improvement for Hülkenberg, up to 7th place. Magnussen has put it P9, Sainz has put it into P2. But what about that drop zone? Very, very close now as we come over the line. Good effort from Zhou Guanyu. He's just missed out by 0.08 of a second, but 11th is strong. That is seemingly backing out. VCAR bailing out of the lap, and that's not ideal. What about Ocon? He was very close. Oh, big crash! And once again, there's a Williams with enormous damage. Franco Colapinto trying to find his way into the top 10, finds the barrier instead. The red flag will be out, and our top 10 is set. That's a big contact with the wall. Our first contact with the wall all weekend long, and there's more work for the Williams mechanics. Franco Colapinto with a big one. Most important thing is he's radioed to the team he's all right.
Hit the inside wall. There you go. And that is an immovable concrete wall. And that's just a driver error, misjudgment.
And there is plenty of debris once again for the Williams team to sift through. They are having a really tough time of it in recent weeks.
I don't think it's a particularly strong lap at the moment from either McLaren in the first part of the lap compared to what we've seen so far. They are, though, on a set of tyres that have done one lap already. So I think these went on at the end of Q2.
So Verstappen begins his real flying lap. Piastri's time is beaten by Lando Norris. It's a 1:33.2 for Norris, chasing his 8th pole position of the season. Piastri is in 2nd, a 33.5. Gasly does a 33.6. That's a strong time from Gasly. Maybe shows that Piastri not quite where he wanted to be with overall performance. Here's the man who was 2nd in Q3 1 year ago. Took a penalty for the grid, but he's taken that Ferrari to the front of the field. He's 0.2 of a second ahead of the two McLarens.
Russell is absolutely flying on his first fully fledged lap in Q3.
Second fastest for Max Verstappen. Remember, he was up at the second sector, that long blast down the strip, and he's fallen back to second, 0.2 of a second away. But does anyone have an answer to the pace of the Silver Arrows? First over the line through the 17th and final corner is George Russell, took provisional pole by 0.2 of a second. That's one. Where's the second one? Lewis Hamilton trying to get a slipstream from Hülkenberg. The hat is punching a hole in the air for the 7-time world champion, but he's backed out of it at this stage. He's not in contention, and he will have to go again. Russell, the driver to beat, 6 minutes to go.
So this is turn 12. That is exactly why he's backed out of the lap. Front left lockup.
Oh, it's a feather touch of the wall.
Yeah, I hit the wall exit of 5.
The McLaren's at the front, trying to climb to the front row. First of all, Piastri just misses out. He was close, 100th of a second away from the front row of the field. Piastri couldn't do it in one McLaren. How about the man who's been on pole 7 times this year? Front row for Lando Norris. Charles Leclerc, fastest middle sector of the entire session so far, and Charles Leclerc finds a mighty final sector to climb to provisional pole. Hamilton still pushing on. Can Hamilton find anything? No, he's going to be in 10th place. Sainz takes it away from Charles Leclerc. George Russell will need a response. He's the fastest driver in the first sector, but it's all to play for in the middle.
Gasly's gone second in an Alpine.
Unbelievable from Pierre Gasly on the podium last time out. Here's the championship leader, Max Verstappen, only 4th. How has Gasly done that? How is Pierre Gasly splitting the Ferraris? Here's the man trying to take pole once again. He's done it! George Russell takes his 3rd pole position of the year to punch the air with delight. A 4th career pole in Formula One in an incredible session that came alive at the end. We wondered whether it would be a foregone conclusion. It was anything but. First Leclerc, then Gasly, then Sainz. They all found themselves on the front row, but it's Russell who climbs back there. He'll start the Las Vegas Grand Prix from the front of the field.
Zubaba, pole position, mate. Well done.
Zupaba, that's a new one. Come on. Nice one.
Brilliant job. Well done, man.
Let's go, baby! Love that!
Well done, mate.
George Russell's 3rd pole position of the season. In low temperatures, he just seems to thrive. Canada, Great Britain, and now Las Vegas. It's Carlos Sainz alongside him on the front row. It will be some tussle for victory between those two.